Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're back with, of course, the Empire once again. Another replay from Glorious Feeder. This time he's taking on the Tomb Kings. So let's get straight to it. Boris Todbringer leading the way. We've got a front line of spearmen with some flagellants, a witch hunter, and a bright wizard. Free Company militia in the second line, including Sterling's Revenge. Got 2 mortars, 2 cannons, and several spearmen protecting the back as well. For the Tomb Kings, looks like Chosen of the Gods, Ushabti GREATBOWS, 2 Bone Giants. We've got Arkan the Black. See what on foot, on horseback. Looks like Nehekara warriors, skeletons mixed in the front line. We've got some archers as well. So yeah, pretty straightforward Tomb Kings build. You can see right off the bat the cannon going after the Ushabti, as well as a fireball knocking out a unit model there. Down to 8 unit models already. It's pretty good value. The Bone Giants are going to start opening up. They are more meant as an anti-large type, which unfortunately really they shine best against heavy cavalry, in my opinion. Unfortunately, for the Tomb Kings, the Empire chose not to bring any heavy cavalry, which normally, in my opinion, is a big mistake. But actually in this battle, with the terrain limitations and everything else, could actually potentially go pretty well for the Empire. We'll see. Certainly one of the cannons did get taken out there by the Bone Giants, so Bone Giants now taking their time to counter artillery fire. That being said, the 2 cannons have already done a ton of damage to those Ushabti GREATBOWS, so it's gonna be tough. But here comes Boris going for a quick snipe charge on Arkan. Gets a couple of good hits there, but he is taking a face full of fire from those skeleton archers, not to mention the Bone Giants. Excuse me, guys, I had to sneeze, so I wanted to mute the mic real quick. Anyway, you can see Boris getting actually, just taking a ton of damage here as the various missile units are focusing on him. That being said, the Empire infantry has taken very little damage. You can see they're starting to advance. The mortars raining some fire here on the skeleton infantry will be able to generate some good value. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but given enough time, certainly they can get through. Meanwhile, the Ushabti GREATBOWS continuing to take shots here, down to 6 unit models. Still fighting for the time being, but they are getting pretty low on HP. A very nice mortar hit right there, right in the middle of those skeletons. And yeah, Empire just continuing to patiently push up. Looks like a summoned unit of skeletons here from Arkan, getting dragged down by flagellants and more. So yeah, Boris is in a bit of a pickle, though. Those Bone Giants are actually accurate enough to hit him pretty consistently, and it's definitely causing some issues. Obviously, Boris can regenerate that damage, but is he actually regenerating? Yes, he is, very slowly. But yeah, archers putting in some fire to the flagellants. That's going to generate some great value, of course, with no armor and no missile block chance. But yeah, those skeletons crumble away. You can see the Sigmar Sons reveling in their victory here. Going to go ahead and charge into the what are those, Tomb Guard? Yep. Tomb Guard are getting exploded pretty bad by the mortars, though. Mortars are going to do a little bit of friendly fire, but we've got some Free Company stacked up here. Probably need to spread out a little bit, but they are focusing, it looks like, on the Bone Giant, so that's going to generate some great value. If the Witch Hunter moves in here and uses his accusation on the Bone Giant, then the non-AP, Bone Giants only have 80 armor to begin with, which is good. It's not amazing. But if the Witch Hunter uses his accusation here to drop an additional 30 armor, it'll go down to 50, and then the Free Company, the non-AP Free Company, will be able to do a ton. Sterling's Revenge is just going to do a ton of damage regardless. But yeah, so far so good. Balance power still very even. You can see Arkan swinging all the way up and around, kind of going on a bit of a wild goose chase, but probably going to come back and try and summon some skeletons on these Empire artillery pieces, because they are definitely doing some heavy damage. You can see the Tomb King's infantry not faring particularly well. The Nehekara warriors are doing okay here. A lot of the Empire units have taken some serious damage as well, but the state troops doing just fine. The flagellants are mostly gone at this point, but they managed to do some good damage. This Bone Giant's just getting gadded by tons and tons of Free Company. Again, these two are kind of on top of each other. Probably wanted to try and spread them out a little bit, but even still, they are going to get some really good work done there. That Bone Giant is crumbling, so just a matter of time. Boris is also not doing too great. Continuous Spirit Leech is probably going to rout him off. He's just sort of hanging around at the back of the battle for the time being, trying not to die. But, yeah, things are still very, very close at this point. We do have some Tomb Guard here. Again, no heavy cavalry for them to go after, which is unfortunate. But this Tomb Giant, or, yeah, the Bone Giant is going to go down here. And that's going to be a big loss for the Tomb Kings. There is still this other Bone Giant online. He's got, what, 5 more shots left? So, quite a bit of value lost there, but this other one should be able to finish off Boris. We'll see. Boris is really not doing too hot. But Arkan the Black, meanwhile, if these cannons maybe start taking pot shots at him, they could do some damage. But looks like the summoned Ushabti in the back line did get did finish their summon time. 2 artillery pieces still left on station. We've got 1 great cannon and 1 mortar still operational. And the Bright Wizard having to run from Arkan, because obviously Arkan with his heavy armor and better stats will do okay here. But it looks like he's pulling him towards the Witch Hunter here. And then the Spearman as well going to get in here and support. Ooh, a Fate of Yuna going off on Spearman. That is probably the least expensive unit I have ever seen Fate of Yuna cast on. And, you know, I understand why he did it. But, oh man, a Scorch comes through, does a little bit of damage to Arkan. That Witch Hunter is going to be... Ooh, yeah, Fireball as well. The Witch Hunter shots popping in. Let's see. See if the Fireball can finish him. The template popped up, but it looks like maybe he decided not to cast it for whatever reason. But nonetheless, ooh, looks like it's actually going after the Bone Giant. Nope. Oh, there went the Fireball, and it's going to hit the hill. Yep, unfortunately missed. But the Bone Giant down to about 60% HP is going to terrify away these Free Company here. The Skeleton Warriors pushing through. The Empire Infantry starting to suffer a little bit. You can see the Sterling's Revenge did get caught up in melee slightly here. The Tomb Guard as well will be a little bit tough to cut through, but certainly the balance of power is tipping in favor of the Empire here, as a lot of the Tomb King's expensive units are being crumbled away. Arkan's taken a bunch of damage. A lot of the high value, obviously, you know, the Ushabti, one of the Bone Giants, been taken out, and with that, it's going to be pretty tough, and really, really nice Burning Head on those Tomb Guard there. The Witch Hunter using his AP missiles, continuously poking away at that Bone Giant there. Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. We'll continue to just kind of soak up some cinematics as the Tomb Guard continue to slug it out here with these Spearmen. These Spearmen actually have shields. How about that? But yeah, really the tail of the tape has been mostly these artillery pieces. You can see how the cannon's used up just about all of its ammunition. Same thing here with the mortar. You know when you've used up that much ammo on an artillery piece that you've generated some great value. But yeah, this little bell tower taking some shots as the Bone Giant, you know, slaps at its base and starts to take out some of these Empire State troops. The cannon shots hitting him in the back, and the Witch Hunter also continuously shooting him. It's a really uncomfortable situation for that Bone Giant, so he's going to be done for pretty soon. Probably another cannon volley should finish him off. We'll see. 1700 HP and dropping. Where did Arkan get off to? He's still hanging around here somewhere in the back line with 160 HP, somehow still alive. But yep, there goes the Bone Giant. With that, Tomb Kings are going to move very close to critical army losses. A couple of really nice mortar hits land on those skeletons there. And, oh, here comes Boris. Will he be able to finish off Arkan? Arkan overcasts a Spirit Leech and dies. So, a little bit anticlimactic. Arkan blowing himself up there. But, yeah, hey, victory's victory. Very well played to both players. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. Glorious Feeder taking a non-cav Empire build, which is interesting. I don't know that it's necessarily super advisable, but it ended up working out pretty well here. Just the mass missile fire, 108 kills on a mortar. It might be the most kills I've ever seen on a mortar in a multiplayer match. That's honestly super impressive. Didn't get an XP chevron. I mean, mostly they were just skeletons, but still, that is an impressive kill total. 114 for these flagellants, 55 here, 84 on Spearmen with shields is, again, great value for the cost. 60 kills on the Sigmar's Sons, Sterling's Revenge, and the other Free Company, of course, doing a ton of damage to the Bone Giants, which was super key. The Witch Hunter as well. I really like the pick of the Witch Hunter. The new accusation obviously doesn't do direct damage, but the armor and, you know, missile resistance debuff does pair very well with the Empire. And of course, his own armor piercing missiles can do a lot of damage over time, so I really like the pick of the Witch Hunter. Of course, Bright Wizard is a very smart pick here as well. For the Tomb King side, Obviously, was expecting some heavy cavalry from the Empire, you can tell from this build, but the Empire sort of went in a little bit of a different direction, which means these Bone Giants didn't really have that many great targets to shoot at besides Boris. They did some okay counterfire on the cannons, but at the end of the day, just not being able to finish off Boris, I think, was a big key to the defeat there. If they'd been able to finish off Boris, then the Tomb Giants, or the Bone Giants, could have come forward in the front line, provided some terror bombs on some of the lighter state troops, and then surround and destroy, the unbreakable troops. Obviously, easier said than done, but, the cannons, I definitely would say, were the part that carried the battle for the Empire. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What would you give the proverbial game ball to for the Empire side? Let me know. If you guys do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.